In the Mid-Autumn Festival of 1995, my mother suddenly suffered a stroke and became bedridden. Upon receiving the call from the hospital, I rushed there in a panic. All the other children looked down on her, but I couldn't bear to see her alone and helpless. Despite the objections, I resolutely brought her home to care for her myself. Yet, when she passed away, not only did she leave all her property to the other children, but she also blamed me, saying I had prevented her from seeing her two sons. If it weren't for you insisting on taking Mom away, my elder brother and I wouldn't have been unable to see her for so many years. It's all because of you. You deprived us of the chance to be filial to Mom. My younger brother shamelessly slandered me. My mother also took his side, saying, I really wasted my efforts raising such a worthless daughter. You caused me to be separated from my two sons for over a decade, unable to see them even once. If it weren't for your stubbornness, I could have enjoyed the happiness of having my children and grandchildren around me. Under the care of your older brother and younger brother, I might have recovered long ago. Instead of lying here paralyzed for so many years, neither human nor ghost, you ruined me. Even as a ghost, I will never let you go, until her last breath. The old lady was cursing me. Finally, they joined forces to spread rumors about me online, slandering me, saying I was unfilial and that taking care of my mother was just a scheme to seize her property, causing me to suffer online harassment in my old age. When I opened my eyes again, I found myself back on the day my mother fell ill and became paralyzed. 1. Miss Zhang Pan, your mother has had a stroke and is in the hospital. Please come to the hospital as soon as possible. After hanging up the phone, I stared blankly at the large table of delicious food in front of me and soon realized that I had been reborn. I called my husband to explain the situation, then asked for several days off from work, and rushed back just like in my previous life. The difference was, this time I felt no urgency or worry. In the hospital, my mother lay paralyzed on the hospital bed, receiving an 4 drip, just like in the previous life. I was the only one busy at her bedside. My brothers and younger brother all live not far from our mother, yet, it was me, the daughter who married the farthest, who arrived first. I know they were deliberately stalling just to avoid the medical expenses. As dusk was approaching, my younger sister hurried over. Mom, how are you? How did you suddenly get sick when everything was fine? I was so worried. As soon as she entered the hospital room, she rushed to our mother's bedside and began asking about her well-being. I'm fine. It's just that my left arm and left leg feel weak. I'll be better in a few days. You came so late. Have you eaten? If not, ask your sister to go out and buy something for you. A girl needs to take good care of herself. Don't just focus on work. When you get older, all sorts of health issues will appear. Even while lying on her sickbed, my frail mother never forgets to care for my sister. Afraid she couldn't handle it, I didn't tell her the truth, so she still doesn't know about her partial paralysis. Mom, you're still the one who treats me best. I'm swamped with work. When would I even have time to eat? She pouted, clinging to her mother's arm like a 3-year-old child, her voice so sweet it could practically kill with sweetness. What are you still standing there for? Second son, can't you see your sister is hungry? Hurry up and go buy some food. You're so slow-witted, completely lacking in awareness. I could just die of frustration. Oh. And buy more. Your eldest brother and younger brother will be here soon. They've been so busy with work. They probably haven't eaten either. My mother glared at me, scolding me for a long time, ordering me around as if I were a servant. It's always like this. Her smile can be for the older brother, the younger brother, or even the youngest sister, but never for me. No matter how much I do, all I receive from her is endless scolding and ridicule. Even though I'm the one taking care of her at the hospital bedside, she takes it for granted and simply ignores me. Indeed, as the eldest son, the firstborn naturally receives the most attention. The younger brother, being the youngest son and born when our parents were older, plus being a boy, also gets quite a bit of attention. Although my younger sister is a girl, she's the baby of the family, the last child. On top of that, she's sweet-talking and knows how to act cute and so while she may not get as much attention as our brothers, she still gets plenty. Only I, the second child, am stuck in the middle, neither here nor there, and not very good with words. No wonder I was completely ignored by my parents. Mom, don't say that about sis. She's been running around taking care of you. Even if she hasn't achieved great things, she's put in a lot of effort. Besides, I'm old enough to get my own meals. There's no need to trouble sis. My younger sister said with a cheerful smile. On the surface, her words seemed to be defending me, but in reality, she was subtly flaunting her superiority. I am slow with words and not good at speaking, but I am not foolish. In the past, I didn't speak up because I considered us family and didn't want to argue with them, but that's not the case anymore. What's the trouble with that? She's your sister. So what if she buys you a meal? As an older sister, she should take care of her younger sister. Mother's face was full of kindness and gentleness, but when it was my turn, her expression instantly changed. Zhang Pan, are you deaf? Can't you hear your sister is hungry? Hurry up and go buy food. Your sister is a major TV anchor. If she gets hungry, can you bear the responsibility? That wrinkled face was overcast with dark clouds, rumbling with thunder. People who don't know might think I've committed some unforgivable crime. Mom, why are you in such a hurry? The doctor said you shouldn't get angry when you're sick. Didn't little sister say she would eat by herself? She's already in her 20s. Why do you still treat her like a 3-year-old child? I didn't obediently comply like I did in my previous life, because no matter how much I humbly give, they would still look down on me. Mother and younger sister stared at me in surprise, seemingly astonished that I would talk back. It seemed they couldn't believe that I, who never refused or argued back, could say such words. Mom, I've been running around anxiously, too worried to even drink water, and now that I finally have a moment to rest, please have some compassion for me. I don't care about them at all. Since heaven has given me a second chance at life, I'll naturally live as comfortably as I please. Oh, Zhang Pan, so you're looking down on me, are you? If you don't want to come, then don't. No one's begging you. Even buying a meal is such a hassle for you. What else can I expect from you in the future? Mother snapped back to reality, her face instantly darkening. She beat her chest with her right hand and burst into loud sobs and wails. Stop howling, this girl is right. If you're that grown up and want to eat, go out and get it yourself. Why order others around? This child is so filial to you, you mustn't hurt their feelings. As an elder, even if you can't treat everyone equally, you shouldn't be so blatantly biased. The other patients in the ward couldn't stand it anymore and started commenting one after another. Mother lost face and couldn't continue speaking. Little sister had to find a way to save the situation herself, persuading mother by saying she would eat out. Go ahead, don't starve yourself. I'll take care of mom here. Oh, and remember to buy 2 extra portions so when big brother and third brother come, they won't need to go out to buy food. I spoke coldly. Mother glared at me, and my younger sister reluctantly responded, too. When it was completely dark, my eldest brother and younger brother arrived. Both of them leaned close to mother, explaining that they had been too busy with work and hadn't intentionally failed to come earlier. Mother looked at them with a pained expression and urged them to eat quickly. Zhang Pan, why is there only noodles? You know, my favorite is braised pork ribs. I don't like eating noodles. The person speaking is my younger brother. He glared at me angrily and started complaining right away. Great, you didn't even call me sister. After being reborn, I realized they truly are worse than pigs and dogs. Why ask me? Buying food is my little sister's job, not mine. I smiled faintly and replied unhurriedly. The scene instantly fell silent. They were all extremely embarrassed and awkward. I, however, felt completely at ease. Just then, the nurse pushed the door open and came in. Bed 302. Please pay the hospitalization fee immediately. The older brother took the hospital admission form and politely said, okay. As soon as the nurse left, the younger brother questioned with righteous indignation, Zhang Pan, why didn't you pay the hospitalization fee? The older brother and younger sister didn't speak, but their astonished eyes undoubtedly shared the same thought. Heh, what kind of question is that? As if it's my fault for not paying. Zhang Hua, what do you mean by that? Where were all of you when I was working hard to take care of mom? What right do you have to question me, who doesn't have a job? Are you the only busy ones? What's more important, mom or your work? I suddenly stood up and pointed at his nose without any politeness. If the lion doesn't show its power, you really think I'm a sick cat, a pack of shameless ingrates with no moral bottom line. Synchronized gazes converged on me like bolts of lightning. They stood dumbfounded, exchanging bewildered looks, completely unprepared for my outburst from someone usually silent. Curious glances from other patients in the ward also swept over. The atmosphere was awkward for 2 seconds. The older brother immediately put on a smile. "Tanner, you've misunderstood. Third brother didn't mean it that way. It's just that you arrived first." So he assumed you had already paid the hospitalization fee and casually asked about it. "Please don't be upset," seeing an opportunity to save face. The younger brother immediately started showing off in front of me again. "Yeah, I was just asking casually. Did you eat firecrackers or something? Can't you speak properly? You chose to come early yourself, so who can you blame? If you don't want to take care of mom, you don't have to come. We're busy with work, but hiring a caregiver can take good care of mom just the same. Besides, didn't we rush over as soon as we got off work? Don't think you're the only one who's filial." He went off on a rant at me, growing more and more self-righteous as he spoke. I smiled faintly and said, "I'll give you a chance to show your filial piety. Pay for mom's hospital expenses." Hearing this, my older brother immediately chimed in. "Tanner, look at what you're saying. Even if you hadn't mentioned it, third brother would definitely have paid it." As he spoke, he smoothly slipped the bill into the younger brother's arms. Pay it then." The younger brother picked up the bill with an air of pride, looking quite smug, but the next second, his expression changed. "What, 20,000? That's so much." When he saw the cost on the payment slip, he was dumbfounded. "Bro, I don't have enough money, you should go instead," he said sheepishly, tentatively handing the bill over to his elder brother. The younger sister quickly waved her hand from the side. "Why is it so much? I didn't bring that much money either." Her hurried evasion was as if she were avoiding the plague. The elder brother did not take the bill from his younger brother's hand. After pondering for a moment, he frowned and said, 20,000 is a bit much, and I didn't bring that much with me. How about we split it evenly among us, 5,000 each? As soon as he finished speaking, the younger sister was the first to object. "Mom, you know me. I just started working a few months ago, and I only have a fixed monthly salary. Where would I get extra money?" She acted coquettishly, trying to get away with it. Seeing this, I quickly found an excuse too. "I just got married and spent so much money. How would Lily's family look at me? Besides, my salary is all in Lily's hands, and she won't give it to me even if I ask." One by one, they poured out their grievances and turned their eyes toward me. I sneered. "Now that there's trouble, you remember me again. In my previous life, as soon as I arrived at the hospital, I paid all the expenses without letting them spend a single cent, a full 20,000. That was money my husband and I had worked hard to save, day and night, for who knows how long. But what about them? Not a single word of thanks. Instead, they nitpicked, saying I didn't do this right or that right. Now I just don't want to be taken advantage of anymore." They all started showing their greedy and selfish true colors. "Don't look at me, I don't have that much money either." I agree with Big Brother's suggestion, 5,000 from each family. As I spoke, I took the money out of my pocket and placed it on the hospital bed. "I've been taking care of mom all day and I'm tired, so I'll head back first to rest. You all discuss who will stay overnight, and I'll come early tomorrow morning to take over." With those words, I turned and left without looking back. "Sis, how could you not have any money? You and your husband have been married for over 10 years. Surely you've saved up at least 20,000 yuan. You're not thinking of abandoning mom, are you?" My younger sister's shameless words made me stop in my tracks. "You're really quick to pin such a big accusation on someone, Zhang Pan. I knew you had ulterior motives. You rushed over to take care of mom just so you wouldn't have to pay the hospital fees, right? I never realized how sneaky you could be." My younger brother also took the opportunity to turn the heat on me, making sarcastic remarks. My older brother chimed in. "Tanner, we're all family. If you have the money, just pay it first for now, and we'll pay you back later." Give it back to me. That's a nice way to put it. If I really pay this money, they'll only demand more from me. Mother watched all of this coldly, not saying a word, as if I were truly a scheming, unfilial, and unkind person who didn't care for the elderly or get along with siblings. Do I have to be rich just because I've been married for a few years? If I had money, wouldn't I buy better clothes and dress myself up to look as polished as you? My gaze fell on my younger sister, and I pointed at my own worn-out clothes that I had worn for over a decade and couldn't bear to throw away, accusing her. "And you too, back then. One of you had no money for college, and the other had no dowry for marriage. It was me, it was you who married me off for money that allowed you to look respectable today. Now, one of you has been in business for years, and the other has been a teacher all this time. If neither of you has saved up 20,000, how am I supposed to come up with 20,000 out of thin air? I pretended to have red eyes and scolded angrily. The other patients in the ward immediately began whispering and discussing, all sympathizing with my situation. You're saying I rushed here eagerly to take care of Mom, but I don't want to pay the medical bills, right? Fine, I'll do as you wish. I won't pay this 5,000 yuan. The three of you can figure it out yourselves. With those words, I picked up the money and left without looking back. For the next day, I brought a pot of rich, fragrant chicken soup to the hospital. Mother clearly enjoyed the meal, yet she nitpicked, saying the soup was too oily and too salty. Implicitly blaming me for losing my temper the night before, I pretended not to hear. In my previous life, I had endured words far harsher and more hurtful than these. I couldn't care less now. Sometimes, a person just has to have a temper. Well, they managed to settle the medical expenses issue. In the evening, my younger sister surprisingly brought me a meal and even apologized to me. For the first time, my younger brother didn't call me by my name directly. And my elder brother was even more polite to me, repeatedly saying that they had neglected me in the past and hadn't considered my feelings. There must be something strange when things go against the norm, I thought for a moment, and guessed that they must have known about my mother's condition, hemiplegia from a stroke. This means that from now on, I will need someone to take care of me. It seems they have set their sights on me. I didn't expose their intentions and quietly enjoyed their kindness. Time quickly passed, and soon it was the day of my discharge from the hospital. 5. In the old house, our entire family is gathered. Mother was overjoyed to be discharged from the hospital, but there was no trace of happiness on my brothers' and younger siblings' faces. Mom is getting older too. Let's discuss the issue of her future care. As soon as my eldest brother spoke, my mother immediately became anxious. She said she was in good health and didn't need us to take care of her. As long as we came back to see her every week. Mom, I can't hide it from you any longer. You had a stroke and are partially paralyzed. The paralysis in your left arm and left leg is permanent. My eldest brother stated the facts. The mother murmured to herself, "It can't be. It just can't be. I've only just turned 60. How could I be paralyzed? I don't believe it. This isn't real. It's not. Son, tell me this isn't true," she cried, tears and mucus streaming down her face. Looking utterly devastated, after the mother's sobs gradually subsided, the eldest brother said gravely, "Everyone, share your thoughts. Let's hear what you all have to say. Sis, you're a great cook and you're so good at taking care of people. I'd be completely at ease leaving Mom in your hands. How about you take care of Mom, and we'll each chip in some money for you every month," the younger sister said with a grin. The younger brother immediately chimed in, "That's a great idea. You're the best at taking care of people in our family, sis. Mom would be just fine with you." The eldest brother hesitated for a few seconds and said with feigned seriousness, "Panner, you've always been so sensible. It would be a huge help to us if you could take care of Mom." In their previous life, they argued fiercely over which family their mother should stay with for care, unable to bear seeing my mother being resented by her children. I resolutely brought her home and took meticulous care of her. To care for her, I quit my job, yet before she passed away, she complained that if I hadn't insisted on taking her away, she wouldn't have been unable to see her son for over a decade. My brothers also resent me, for I deprived them of the chance to show filial piety. It's truly laughable when you think about it. If they truly had filial devotion, they wouldn't have shirked their duty of caring for the elderly in the first place. Although I live farther away from them, if they had any genuine intention, how could they have let our mother go over a decade without seeing them? Living in the same city, how far can it really be? In the end, they just don't want to take on the burden. After the unforgettable suffering I endured in my past life, how could I possibly repeat the same mistakes? You all only know that I'm good at taking care of others, but I have a whole family of my own, my in-laws, children, and husband, who all need my care. It's not suitable for me. They say raising sons provides for old age. Big brother, little brother, you two are the roots of the Zhang family, and all of mom and dad's property goes to you. There's no reason for me, a married daughter, to be the one to take care of mom in her old age. If this gets out, the neighbors will surely point fingers at you. Mother's heart has long been biased beyond measure. Why should I go through all the trouble for no appreciation? In this lifetime, no matter what, I will not take care of mother again. You worthless burden, I'm not even dead yet and you're already looking down on me. I've raised you for nothing. Mother flew into a rage, cursing and scolding, but her dissatisfaction was directed only at me. She treated my other siblings like treasures. Mom, don't be like this. What my sister said makes sense. My sister and I are just girls. We're destined to be married off like spilled water. If you want to live comfortably in your old age, you'll have to rely on big brother and third brother. One runs a business, the other is a teacher. They have good family conditions and high-paying jobs. Taking care of you would be more than enough for them. This is the first time my little sister has taken my side. How ironic indeed. Oh, I can't go on anymore. At my age, I'm being disliked. You old man, you left early and carefree, leaving me alone to suffer in this world. My mother wept and wailed, continuously beating her chest and crying, Mom, you're overthinking it. No one dislikes you, and I want to take care of you too, but I can't even take care of myself. Wouldn't it just be making you suffer if you followed me? Oh, please stop crying. If you're willing, come with me. As long as I have food to eat, I won't let you go hungry. My younger sister spoke with a righteous and determined tone, putting on a show of filial piety. Mother was coaxed by her and stopped crying. It's enough that you have this intention. I have your two older brothers, so why would I need to rely on you? Upon hearing this, my younger brother grew anxious. Mom, you know, Lily is an only child. I'm not comfortable with her taking care of you. Besides, I just got married. And having my new wife look after you right away. It wouldn't look good if word got out. Sounds so noble. It's just that you don't want to take care of the elderly. Ah, you're right, Dafu. Mom is counting on you then. Mother looked at her eldest son, her aged eyes filled with hope. 6. Mom, taking care of you is my responsibility, but it's not my wife's. She made it clear long ago that she doesn't want to take care of you, and there's nothing I can do about it. The eldest son tactfully refused. Mother's face was full of heartbreak. Seeing this, the elder brother quickly changed his tone. But you are my mother. Asking me to stand by and do nothing is absolutely impossible. Hearing this, the mother's disheartened spirit began to hope again, but the next moment, her heart sank to the bottom once again. How about this, Mom? We'll pool some money together and send you to a nursing home. The environment there is good, and there are professionals to take care of you. That would put our minds at ease as your children. That works. I can't take Mom to live with me, but I can definitely contribute some money. The youngest brother immediately voiced his agreement. Mom, if you agree, I have no objections, little sister said very skillfully. A bunch of selfish people pretending to be filial here. How hypocritical. In the previous life, big brother also mentioned the proposal of going to a nursing home. It was because I felt sorry for my mother and couldn't bear the thought of her having no one to care for her in her old age that I brought her to live with us. Over a decade of close, personal care failed to earn her affection. In this lifetime, no matter what happens, I will not repeat the same mistake. I feel the same way. If Mom is willing, I have no objections. I mimicked my younger sister's tone. You wretched woman. Who gave you permission to agree? Are you just eager for me to die sooner? How did I give birth to such an unfilial daughter? Get out, you black-hearted trash. As soon as I finished speaking, my mother roared at me, venting all her anger on me. It's really so unfair. Big brother, and little sister all watched coldly in silence, with no one intending to speak up for me. Mom, you're wrong about that. It's precisely because I'm too filial that I dropped out of school when you told me to, married when you told me to, and not only that, but also dragged my in-laws into favoring my own family. If it weren't for me, would your two precious sons be where they are today? I spoke word by word, enunciating clearly. You can scold me, but you absolutely cannot say I'm unfilial. At this moment, my heart is utterly chilled. You unfilial son, are you trying to kill me with anger? Mother leaned against the head of the bed, wailing and crying bitterly. No, I don't want to go to the hospital, eldest son. Mom doesn't want to go to the hospital. Mom is begging you, Don't make me go to the hospital." She looked at her eldest brother with tear-filled eyes, her tears falling like broken strings of pearls, pattering down onto the bed. "Mom, if you really don't want to go to the nursing home, then we'll have to take turns, 3 months at each house." The eldest brother rubbed his temples and said with some impatience, "Mom, please stop making a scene, okay? Taking care of you would mean quitting our jobs. Do you really want us all to lose our jobs before you're happy?" The elder brother was still somewhat polite, but the younger brother was completely inconsiderate. Upon hearing that her 2 precious sons might lose their jobs, the mother immediately stopped making a scene. "All right, I'll listen to you and go to the nursing home, but you must visit me often." In the end, she compromised for the sake of her 2 sons. The younger sister repeatedly promised to visit her often, the eldest brother, and the younger brother also chimed in with a smile. Without my interference, Mother was sent to a nursing home. The nursing home was chosen according to her wishes, located not far from the eldest and younger brothers, just 7 or 8 bus stops away. Apart from the monthly contributions, I make it a point to visit almost every week, but my mother always glares at me, never giving me a friendly look. I know she resents me for not supporting her, but after how she treated me in my past life, why would I willingly invite more suffering? She can smile and laugh happily with her older brother, younger brother, and even her younger sister, but when it comes to me, all she ever does is give me dirty looks or curse at me. I found an opportunity to have a big argument with her in front of a crowd, and from then on, I completely stopped visiting her. At first, she seemed to be living quite comfortably. The nursing home has mountains and water, not only with beautiful scenery but also many peers to chat with, plus, with her elder brother, younger brother, and younger sister visiting her from time to time, her days weren't that hard, but as time went by, the novelty wore off. Gradually, after her elder brother, younger brother, and younger sister stopped visiting her, her days became increasingly difficult. One day, I actually received a phone call from her. "Pan, I really can't stay here anymore. I'm begging you, please take me out of here. I want to go home. I don't want to be in the nursing home." My mother's wailing voice kept coming through. "Pan, it was my fault. I shouldn't have scolded you. Please, take me out of here." Whoa, don't be fooled by her apology, but I know it's just superficial, just a tactic she's using because she needs something from me right now. 7. She has always been like this. She only says a few kind words to me when she needs something. Once I actually bring her home, she will surely, just like in the previous life, scold me every day for not taking good care of her, and even after death, she will resent me for preventing her from seeing her 2 sons. "Mom, don't worry, I'll talk to my older brother right away." Having been reborn, I felt much more indifferent and detached in the face of my mother's complaints. Before I could even finish speaking, I heard her urgent voice through the phone line. No, your older brother and younger brother are so busy, telling them would only cause trouble." "Pan, Mom misses you. Sons can't compare to daughters when it comes to being considerate. Just take me out of here." At this point, she still has to think about her 2 sons. I'm really speechless. "Mom, what parents follow their daughter for retirement? Besides, I still have my in-laws at home. If you come, there's no place for you to stay. Raising sons is for a purpose. You can't just spoil them like this. Think it over carefully." After saying that, I hung up the phone. She's willing to suffer on her own, and I can't do anything about it. I thought she could endure it all by herself. Unexpectedly, one day the hospital suddenly called, saying that my mother had stopped eating and asked me to come quickly. Shortly after I arrived, my eldest brother, younger brother, and younger sister also came. "Mom, why aren't you eating? If anything happens to you, it would break your son's heart." "Mom, why are you treating yourself so poorly? Come on, have some porridge. Seeing you so haggard truly breaks my heart." "Mom, if there's something bothering you, just say it. You shouldn't be mistreating yourself like this." They spoke with such genuine emotion, showing as much filial piety as one could possibly imagine. "I wanted to talk to you too, but how could I? None of you answered your phones, and none of you came to see me. Do you have any idea how lonely and miserable I've been here all by myself?" Perhaps she had been holding in too much grievance. For the first time, the mother voiced her complaints to the 2 sons she had always treasured like precious jewels. "Defu, this nursing home is no place for a person to stay. Mom doesn't want to be here anymore. Please take me back home. I'm begging you." Her face was streaked with tears, looking utterly pitiful. "Mom, has someone been bullying you? Or are the staff here mistreating you?" My eldest brother looked anxious and asked urgently. "Mom, tell us, who bullied you? We'll definitely get justice for you." The younger brother also nodded repeatedly, speaking with righteous indignation, looking like he was ready to stand up for his mother. "Mom, don't be afraid, we're here to support you." The younger sister was also eager to show her support. I remained silent without saying a word. Despite their seemingly concerned and anxious appearances, their true intention is to find an opportunity to extort money from the nursing home. If my mother ever says that the nursing home treats her poorly, I am certain that they will cling to the nursing home like leeches, refusing to let go until they tear a piece of flesh from it. No, no one at the nursing home is bullying me. I just miss you all. There's no one I know here. No one to talk to. There's not a bit of home-like warmth. Dafu. Really, Mom doesn't want to stay here anymore. Tears streamed down the elderly mother's face. The eldest brother frowned in deep thought. With mother making such a scene, as the eldest son, and a filial one in front of outsiders at that, he certainly couldn't remain indifferent. But if he were to take his mother back home and take on the responsibility of caring for her alone, he would be unwilling to do so. So, the only solution left is to take turns caring for her at each of their homes. "Mom, you're just not used to it yet. Once you get used to it in 2 or 3 months, you'll be fine. We're so busy that even if we brought you home, we wouldn't have time to take care of you. Besides, you and my sister-in-law, as well as my wife, haven't had time to adjust to each other. If you lived together, it would only make you miserable. It's not like here, where someone is always ready to help when you call." Before the eldest brother could speak, the younger brother began to persuade her earnestly. "Yes, Mom, we've paid for it, so you can order them around however you like. That sister-in-law isn't like them, she'll follow your every command." The younger sister chimed in as well. "Everything takes some getting used to, Mom. You've always been capable, and I'm sure you can overcome this little challenge. I believe in you." The younger brother cheered their mother on. Over the years, everyone knows each other's personalities and thoughts all too well. In the end, the younger siblings are so eager to persuade because they simply don't want to take care of their paralyzed mother. Yet, mother just can't see through it. "My children, your mother is old and doesn't want to suffer anymore. Please take me back home. I promise I won't argue with your wives and will listen to them in everything," mother pleaded. "Mom, can you stop making a scene? Do you have to cause trouble for us? Other people can stay in nursing homes, why can't you? Are you determined to drive my wife away before you're satisfied?" The younger brother abruptly shook off his mother's hand and said with extreme irritation. The mother-in-law's face turned pale with shock. With tears in her aged eyes, she looked at her son in disbelief. It seemed she couldn't believe that the son she had raised with such affection could say such heart-wrenching words. What did you say? I'm your mother. I worked so hard to raise you, and this is how you treat me, you unfilial son. You're driving me to my death." She burst into loud sobs. "If you want to die, just go ahead, causing trouble at your age. I'm already fed up with work every day. Can't you just calm down?" The younger brother completely lost his patience and spoke extremely rudely. "Little brother, how can you say that? She's our mother. Do you have no conscience at all?" The eldest brother scolded angrily with a dark expression. "You have a conscience, then you take Mom back to your home. Just don't come looking for me." The younger brother seized the chance to pass the buck, storming off with an angry expression. The eldest brother deliberately scolded him. The younger brother intentionally got angry to shirk responsibility, and the younger sister didn't sweet-talk or show consideration either. What a fine show this is. "Mom, don't be angry. This is just how little brother is. Please stay peacefully at the nursing home, and I'll bring him to see you another day." The eldest brother offered insincere comfort. Thus concluded mother's wish to leave the nursing home. Pan, please take Mom away from here. I really don't want to stay in this place. I'm begging you, as your mother." Now that she knows the children she doted on are unreliable, she thinks of me at this time. After what happened in my previous life, I have no pity for her in my heart. "Mom, back then, you sold me off for a 100,000 bride price. Now, the house isn't mine, the family property isn't mine, I'm just a dishwasher in a restaurant, and my in-laws are the ones in charge at home. How do you expect me to take you back?" If she had considered me even a little, she wouldn't have made this request of me. The eldest brother is a business owner, the younger brother is a university professor, and the youngest sister is a top TV anchor. Which one of them doesn't have better conditions and more capability than me to support her in old age? It's just a case of picking on the easiest target. They talk nicely, saying they'll visit our mother often, but after they left, none of the three ever came back to the nursing home again. At first, they occasionally called to check in, but as time went on, even the phone calls stopped. Under the gloom, my mother's vitality quickly faded away. In less than a year, she became so thin that she was almost unrecognizable, confined to her sickbed, unable to even speak clearly. Yet even so, my eldest brother, and younger sister never came to visit her even once. In the days leading up to her passing, I was still the only one by her side. Pan. It was Mom's fault, I'm sorry. If only I had treated you better back then, on her deathbed. With tears in her eyes, she confessed with remorse, yet my heart remained as calm as still water, without a single ripple. Some mistakes cannot be forgiven with just a simple, I'm sorry. After she passed away, I informed relatives, friends, and neighbors. 8. In the morning hall, Mom, oh Mom, how could you leave so soon? Your son misses you so much. My younger brother fell to his knees with a thud, crying as if his heart were breaking. Mom, now that you're gone, who will ever love me the way you did, just when things were starting to get better for me? How could you leave like this? The younger sister also knelt on both knees, tears streaming down her delicate face, crying in such a pitiful and heart-wrenching way. In contrast to their outward display of emotions, the eldest brother was more reserved and restrained. He knelt steadily, a single tear tracing a path from the corner of his eye, and said with deep sorrow, Mom, may you rest in peace. Don't worry, I will take good care of my younger siblings. Hearing him say this, everyone around praised him for being kind and filial, embodying the demeanor of an eldest son. I sneered inwardly. They really know how to put on a show, but out of respect for the deceased, I didn't expose them. I thought after my mother's funeral, I would have nothing more to do with them, and I could live a quiet life from then on. But at that moment, my grief-stricken younger brother suddenly raised his hand and accused me loudly. Zhang Pan, you have such a cruel heart. If it weren't for you, how could mother have passed away just after turning 60? The whole place fell silent, a deathly silence. After a few seconds of silence, the whispers grew louder and louder, like a rising gale, sweeping toward me. Even I was filled with astonishment. I don't know why they would do this, after all. The property left behind by my mother is all theirs. I never had any intention of fighting for it. 9. Just as everyone was astonished, the younger brother spoke again. Zhang Pan, back when mother was half paralyzed, she clearly expressed her wish to live with you. If you hadn't refused, how could she have passed away so soon? You are the one who killed mother. He glared and scolded furiously, his fierce expression making it seem as if I were his sworn enemy. That's right. If it weren't for you refusing to take care of mother, why would she have moved into the nursing home in a fit of anger? Sister, you drove mother to her death. Are you happy now? Tears streamed down my younger sister's cheeks as she stared at me with a pitiful, accusing gaze, voicelessly laying blame. Panner, back when mother asked to live with you again at the nursing home, if only you had agreed. Forget it. Now that mother is gone, what's the point of saying all this? My elder brother let out a sigh. Brother, sister, let's not say anything more. After all, we are family. Let mother rest in peace. Relatives and neighbors who were unaware of the situation began to gossip after witnessing their behavior. Everyone always said Zhang Pan was filial and obedient, but who would have thought he was this kind of person? Although raising children is meant to provide for old age, if an elderly person wants to stay with a certain child, that wish should be respected. Exactly, after toiling for their children their whole lives, to deny them even this small wish is truly inhuman. The accusations against me spread like a tide. My elder brother, and younger sister just watched quietly, their eyes gleaming with smug smiles. I laughed. I tilted my head back, forcing back the tears that were about to fall. So it turns out that when someone is pushed to the extreme, they really can be angered into laughter. Zhang Fu, Zhang Hua, back then, in order for one of you to have money to get married and the other to attend university, mother didn't hesitate to sell me for a 100,000 yuan bride price to marry my current husband, and you've, Zhang Xiao, when you were pregnant out of wedlock and terrified. It was me who used my saved-up private money to take you to the hospital for a secret abortion. I word by word uncovered their most shameful past. But what about you? How dare you slander me in front of everyone? Where is your conscience? With reddened eyes, I angrily questioned them. It was clearly you who refused to take care of our mother, sent her to a nursing home, and didn't even go to see her one last time before she passed away. How dare you pin the label of unfilial on me? Discussions gradually arose, and the way everyone looked at them changed. Sis, even if you're embarrassed and angry, you can't falsely accuse me of being pregnant before marriage. I'm not even married yet. How am I supposed to face people? The younger sister panicked for a moment but quickly thought of a way to counterattack. Zhang Pan, how dare you deny that mom wants to live with you in her old age? The third brother immediately questioned. Seeing that I remained silent, he became even more smug, speechless. Aren't you? If you had agreed back then, how could mom have been so upset that she went to the nursing home? And if she hadn't gone to the nursing home, how could she have passed away so early? You made a mistake and still refuse to repent. Do you even deserve to be a child? Ha, he really knows how to twist things around. Where did he get the nerve to lie like that? My brother also chimed in to criticize me. All right, Panner, no one is blaming you. We're all family, so let's not make a scene. The friends and relatives who came to offer condolences were also confused, unsure whose words were actually true. Fine, fine. You won't shed a tear until you see the coffin. After saying that, I took out a Walkman. This was a birthday gift my husband gave to our son on his birthday. On the day I received the call from the hospital after being reborn, I brought it with me. Mom, taking care of you is my responsibility, but it's not my wife's responsibility. She already said she doesn't want to take care of you. And there's nothing I can do about it. Mom, if you really don't want to go to the nursing home, then we'll have to take turns having you stay with each of us for 3 months. Mom, can you please stop making a scene? Taking care of you would mean quitting our jobs. Do you really want to see all of us lose our jobs before you're happy? If you want to die, then just go ahead and do it quickly, causing trouble at your age. I'm already stressed enough from work every day. Can't you just calm down? As these familiar voices play out, the truth will be immediately revealed. Oh my, the two sons of the Zhang family are truly heartless. They actually ignored their elderly mother's pleas and sent her to the hospital. Wolves in sheep's clothing, with wicked hearts. Clearly, they are the ones in the wrong, yet they wrongfully accuse Panner. How come such black-hearted people aren't struck by lightning? And that little girl too. All talk and no action. Even helping her two brothers harm others. How can someone with such a rotten character work at a television station? Pan, we're sorry, we misunderstood you. The hidden ugliness was completely exposed. Their faces instantly changed color. Zhang Pan, you bitch, are you determined to ruin me? How dare you talk nonsense? I'll kill you. My younger brother Zhang Hua, flushed with anger and his eyes wide with rage, swung his fist and lunged at me. Fortunately, I was prepared. With the help of relatives and friends around, he didn't hit me. It's true that a biting dog doesn't bark. You've already given so much for the family, why can't you give a little more? Zhang Pan, I hate you, you ruined me, and I will never forgive you in this lifetime. My younger sister showed no sign of remorse, instead blaming me for exposing them. My elder brother's face turned ashen. He glared at me with hatred but couldn't utter a single word. This matter has blown up. The fact that the three of them were unfilial and even slandered me was somehow leaked online, and the situation has been escalating. In the end, the entire provincial capital was in an uproar. With such improper conduct, their workplace naturally could not tolerate it. Younger brother Zhang Hua was expelled from school. Younger sister Zhang Huan was fired by the TV station. To avoid being affected, the eldest brother also sold the company, liquidated the funds, and moved to another city to start over. About a week later, the neighborhood office where the mother lived suddenly issued a notice saying that the area was going to be demolished. The eldest brother, and younger sister all returned to fight over the inheritance. That's when I understood why they tried to smear me at our mother's funeral. They didn't want me to share in the inheritance. There was also a demolition and relocation matter in my previous life. However, at that time, I was busy taking care of my mother and the family, and had no time to pay attention to the old house. Besides, I lived far away, and they deliberately kept it from me. By the time I found out, several years had already passed. By then, the money had already been divided among them. What more could I say? Even if I made a fuss, given their personalities, they wouldn't have given me anything anyway. I never expected that in this new life I would actually encounter a situation like demolition and relocation. If they don't try to smear me, after my mother's funeral, I will leave and don't plan to come back. They deliberately kept it from me, so naturally I didn't know about the demolition. But fate plays tricks on people. It was their greed that destroyed them. Since they are all so ruthless to me, I am determined to fight for this demolition compensation. 10. Sis, I don't have a job right now, and my expenses are quite high. After all, we are sisters. Can you just give in for me? My younger sister affectionately held my arm, completely different from the harshness she showed when she slandered me that day. Her smile was serene and beautiful, as if what happened that day had never occurred. Zhang Pan, if it weren't for you, I wouldn't have been expelled from school. You're not getting any share of the demolition compensation. Consider it my compensation. My younger brother's attitude toward me remained as rude as ever. A married daughter is like spilled water. Mom and Dad's inheritance should rightfully go to me and third brother. Big brother stopped pretending and directly stated his decision. The younger sister immediately flared up upon hearing this, shouting that she was also their parents' daughter and had the legal right to claim a share of the money. They truly embodied the phrase, "Forget honor at the sight of money," to the fullest extent. Then let's take it to court. I couldn't be bothered to watch them argue, after what happened at the funeral. And since I was the one who accompanied my mother during her final days, when the verdict came, it was only natural that I received the largest share of the relocation compensation. My younger sister loves to dress up, and once she had money, she went on a shopping spree. Soon, the money she had received was all spent. When she was truly out of money, she even came to me crying, wanting to borrow some. I naturally wouldn't agree. Instead, I told her to find a job or get married. My younger brother didn't waste the money and gave it all to his wife, but his wife immediately took all the family's savings and ran off with another man. He stepped forward to question them, but the answer he received was that he was unfilial even to his elderly mother, and he had lost his job. His wife couldn't bear the shame. His older brother moved to another city to start a new life. This decision was actually good for his situation, but he was too impatient for success, obsessed with returning to his former status as a big boss. In a reckless move, he was deceived by a business partner. His company's funds were insufficient, and the bank was pressing for loan repayments. Finally, the company that had just opened a few days ago had no choice but to close down. This dealt a heavy blow to him. He could only find an ordinary job to make ends meet. Unlike them, my family is happy and harmonious, and my career is going smoothly. Since I had a falling out with my family and brought back a large sum of demolition compensation money, my in-laws have treated me better. After my husband found out that I was no longer helping my birth family without limits, he also treated me better and even handed over his salary for me to manage. Having been reborn, I don't want to depend on my husband. After much thought, I decided to open a nursing home. After all, with my past experience of caring for the elderly and decades of managing household responsibilities, I was confident I had no problem taking care of people. I thought my husband would object. Unexpectedly, he was very supportive after hearing it. He even suggested that I first get a nursing certificate and then gain practical experience at a nursing home, which would also help me better prepare for opening my own business. With the encouragement and support of my family, I moved forward courageously, fearless and undaunted. After more than 2 years of exploration, I finally opened a nursing home of my own. To show their support, my mother-in-law and father-in-law were the first to move into the nursing home and helped me a great deal there. Through my continuous efforts, 3 years later, my nursing home gained a reputation locally, and many people came specifically because they had heard of it. In this life, my family is harmonious, my career is smooth, and everything is truly complete.